there, my name is Maureen Parrott. Welcome to Open House School Year 2020-2021. I am teaching 8th grade Comprehensive Science 3 this year. So if you have an 8th grader, you're in the right place. A little bit about how to get in touch with me. You can call the school before school 8:45 to 9:20 or after school 3:50 to 4:20. I have planning period, fourth period, that happens 11:20 to 1:35. If you can't get a hold of me, just leave a message and I will return your phone call. You can also email me. Right there is my email, parrottm@leonschools.net. Email's a little easier to get a hold of me. I'm our department chair for the science department, so sometimes we might play phone tag a little bit, but I'm happy to take your call. Just leave a message. If you go to my homepage in Canvas, you'll see a few things that will help you and your student to figure out what's going on, what do I need to do. The first one is the announcements. I put announcements at the top of my homepage. So when your student logs into Canvas and selects my class, they will be directed right to the homepage, and there are announcements at the very top. There's also the link to join the Zoom meetings. They should be going in through Canvas to do that. We also have weekly work agendas and assignments, so your student can find everything they need to do. Our course syllabi are also there, so that you can look up any information that you need, and there are other resources that are there for you and your student. All right, a couple of things. Canvas. This is how we are doing our learning management system. It is through Canvas. So your student should be going into ClassLink. They should be selecting Canvas, and then they go into My Class. All work is found within the Canvas module in the agenda for the given week. So when they first go onto the home page, I always direct them to this week's work. There's a blue beaker, and when they click on that, it will take them to the current module we're on. And then in there, you will see an agenda for the given week. It's usually named by whatever the date that Monday is. So this week's agenda is called the agenda for the week of 9/21, because that was the Monday that started this week. They can also get there through the modules tab, but I always try to keep the agenda. The most recent agenda is the one at the most top. Once they click on that agenda, I put all links and all activities into a to-do list for any given day. So they just need to find the day, and there's their agenda for what they need to do. I've also been putting late work links into the announcements for easy access. So if there's anything that your student is missing, if it's a little older than the current week, the current work, check in the announcements tab. Submitting work. We are going to be submitting all work on Canvas. I know that's very different from what we did in the spring. In the spring, we just shared and emailed our teachers. We are submitting in Canvas. I've gone over, still going over, the steps of how to do that. I've modeled. I've also met with some students one-on-one so that I could guide them through the steps with them sharing their screen with me. I also have a video clip right here for you. One of our science teachers made a video showing students the steps of how to edit and submit an assignment in Canvas. If your student does email it to me, I'm just going to bounce it back to them because I'm unable to grade it through email. So it really does have to be in Canvas. Grades. There are grades visible inside Canvas. However, if you want to know what your child's current grade is, please access that through Focus, which is inside ClassLink. Sometimes there's assignments that are more of, it's a participation. Maybe it looks like a quiz, but it won't count as a quiz. So you don't want to go through what the grade is on Canvas. You want to go what the grade is on Focus. That is the grade that will go on to progress reports and inside report cards. Most of you have seen my syllabus. As far as your students' grades, 70% will come from assessments. So an assessment could be a quiz, it could be a test, it could be a lab, or it could be a project. So any of those things, that will be an assessment grade. I try to let the students know up front whether something is an assessment grade, so that they can either consult the rubric if it's a lab or a project, or they know how many points each question is worth and how they need to do. All classwork and homework is 30% of their grade. The textbook, we haven't really gotten into our textbook yet, but there is a digital textbook, looks just like the actual hard copy. Your student is going to be able to access this through ClassLink. There is a tile inside their ClassLink that says Pearson Realize, and I've put a picture of it right down here. It has the R on it. It says Pearson Realize. When you click on it, it will open up your digital textbook, which looks exactly like the hard copy. I'll be going over that when we start diving into our textbook for reading, for note-taking, any sort of activity that will require use of the textbook. Class meetings. We're all taking advantage of these class meetings. Please know that meetings begin promptly at the beginning of each class period. So whatever class period your student has science, I'm expecting them to be ready the moment I open the meeting. Now, I do have a waiting room that just helps me to control and make sure only the students from that class period are attending and coming into that Zoom meeting. But they will just hang in the waiting room and I will quickly admit them. And that gives me, time for them to log in, gives me time to start taking roll and getting class started. Please make sure your students are accessing the Zoom through the classroom link that is inside Canvas, inside my class. If you kind of look at this little picture over here, when you go to the home page where the announcements are, you'll see the red arrow pointing right here to where the Zoom link is. Please do not access the Zoom from outside of Canvas, because it's going to ask you for an ID number and it's going to ask you for a passcode. And if your student is going through Canvas, they will not need to do any of that, because that link is already set up through Canvas. Students are expected to have their cameras on. That is how I am taking roll. I need to see them actively working and participating. So if you could maybe work with your student, get them used to being a little bit more comfortable on the camera. I know it's a new way of work, but we're going to make it work. Digital Academy. After direct instruction, I usually take about the first maybe 30 minutes, might be 35 minutes, 40 minutes, to do direct instruction. This is when I'm going over what we're doing for the day. I might be telling the students individual benchmarks that we're working, class goals that we're setting, and then actually instructing on those benchmarks. So after we're done with that and it's time for individual work, Digital Academy students may be dismissed. I might just tell them, all right, we're done with direct instruction. If you wish to leave digital, you may. Now they do have the choice to just hang out in case they need help, or they can leave and then return, because I just keep the Zoom going. And I've actually had students that have done that. They either just sit there and hang out, they do their work. If they get stuck, they unmute and they go, hey, Miss Parrott, I need help. I've also had students that leave and then suddenly they run into a jam where they have to come back into Zoom and they're like, hey, I got stuck. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to be doing this or accessing this. So I do keep a Zoom meeting running. So it's up to your student whether or not, once I dismiss, whether or not they hang or return. All meetings are recorded. Students are expected to be following the rules for online classes found in the Student Code of Conduct. So a lot of our chatting and our discussion needs to be centered around what we're doing for class, whether we have questions, whether we are doing, a discussion. I try to tell the students to, keep their online distractions to a minimum. So make sure that they're focused, kind of keep the chat to only what's related to what we're covering at that time. So just kind of know that that we will be enforcing the Student Code of Conduct as far as, appropriate etiquette when we're talking and working online. There's been some questions. I've kind of answered them over email, whether it's a purple day or a white day. I've put these on here for you. Our purple days are 1st, 3rd, and 5th. And you can see right there the starting time for each of those classes. And then white days are 2nd, 4th, and 6th. And there's the starting time. Starting time is the same for the 3 classes for any given day. You just have to remember whether or not it's a 1st, 3rd, 5th, or a 2nd, 4th, 6th. We do a lot of reminding both on our website, through some of our social media, Facebook, on our website. We also try to remind students. I'm a parent too, so I recommend if your student has a phone, have them set alarms for 5 minutes before each of those starting times. That works really well for my son. He can then have his phone go off and it reminds him, it's 9:25. You need to get ready to log on to your first class of the day. And then the same with 11:20 and 1:40. And so that just helps them figure out, what they need to be doing. And it also makes sure that they are on the Zoom call when they need to be, because we are marking attendance. They have to be on that Zoom call and they have to have their cameras on. The very last slide is just a little bit of what we are going to be learning this year. So in comprehensive science, we are currently in the practice of science. So we are learning how scientists do their work, how they make hypotheses and theories and laws, how we think about science, what makes science different from pseudoscience or fake science. We're then going to move on to Earth, Sun, and Moon systems. So that's when we're going to be learning about seasons and eclipses and tides and day and night, and that whole, how the Earth and the Moon and the Sun work together to make those phenomenon happen. Then solar system and the universe. So stars, galaxies, our solar system, other solar systems. About midway through the year, we'll start to move into a little bit more chemistry. So we'll be learning about matter, solids, liquids, gases, properties, then on to atoms in the periodic table, chemical reactions, and then we're going to be finishing out with organisms, energy, and matter. So just thinking about how organisms use energy, how they use matter, how those cycles happen. So I'm looking forward to a really interesting year. It's a new way of work, but I'm kind of excited about it. We can kind of learn new ways to do things, new ways to do labs, and new ways to learn science. So I look forward to seeing you and meeting you and talking with you. Please make sure you contact me if you have any questions or concerns, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.